Hey everyone, welcome back to J+K Retro Gaming Channel. This week I'm going to be playing number 14 on IGN's top Sega Master System games of all time, one of my childhood favorites, Outrun.
インターナショナルビッグゲームセガアウトランマーク3ソフトで新登場15コース5つのゴールスリルあふれるアップダウンコース選べるゲームサウンドセガアウトランゲームリーダー
So Outrun is an arcade driving video game. It came out into the arcades in 1986. 1 year later, in 87, it debuted and was ported on the Sega Master System. It was an instant critical and commercial success, becoming one of the best-selling video games, and in 1987, it was the highest-grossing arcade game. Outrun is known for its pioneering hardware, graphics, and non-linear gameplay. So the goal is to drive from destination to destination, avoiding traffic while beating the timer and to keep advancing to the next stage. At the end of each stage, the player has a choice. There's a fork in the road to go left, or right. So there are actually 5 final destinations in the game, each having its own end credit scene. So shout out to Retro Game Recluse. Maybe he can post a video that has all 5 endings. Maybe. So as I said before, as a child, this was one of my favorite games. Walking into the arcade, seeing that cabinet, whether it be the stand-up or the sit-down. The adrenaline rushing into the brain, running into the cabinet, love sitting in those things. And of course later on they released even better versions where the actual machine moved with hydraulics. So right when I saw that this game was on IGN's list, I was excited to actually play it and see if it passes the 5-minute challenge and to see if it lives up to my memories of the arcade. So let's play Outrun. that was Outrun on the SMS or Sega Master System, and yes, it definitely passes the 5-minute challenge, but I don't think it really comes close to the arcade game. It is 8-bit, I know, so there are definite limitations, but I thought maybe it would come 50%, 60% to the arcade, but it does fall short there. So for audio and music, I'm gonna give Outrun 8 out of 10. So for sound effects, there actually wasn't too much to choose from. Squealing of the tires, also the crashing, but I don't seem to remember there not being engine noises. So the roar of the engines while you're driving, accelerating, all I could hear was the pumped up music. So that was a little bit disappointing. Speaking of the music, that was definitely a big win here. Like the arcade game, you could select between the different soundtracks before you started racing. And actually at the start, as soon as I started playing, I didn't recognize the music. And then finally, yes, it did roll into that catchy Outrun theme that I remembered way back as a child. Even though it was an 8-bit rendition, it was still definitely recognizable. So 8 out of 10 for audio and music. So for video and graphics, I'm gonna score this game 7 out of 10. The graphics were a little bit choppy. Some of the cars kept on flashing in and out. So I would be driving and making a turn, all of a sudden there would be a car there. So that was a little bit concerning, but it was definitely cool to see the environment, the Outrun environment, the track, and also of course the iconic red car. So still pretty solid, especially for 8-bit, 7 out of 10. So the choppiness that I spoke about in the video ratings definitely bleeds over into gameplay, which I give Outrun 7 out of 10 as well. Definitely wanted it to be more smooth, which it wasn't, so I was a bit disappointed there. I know it's an 8-bit system, but in my mind, before going into this gameplay, I really wanted it to be more like the arcade, to play more smooth like the arcade version, but it definitely falls short. So 7 out of 10 for gameplay, which leads me into the final rating. I'm going to give Outrun for the SMS 7.5 Wonder Boys out of 10. So a little bit lower than I expected, Outrun being one of my favorite racing games, but I would still definitely put it in my top 15, maybe my top 10 Sega games. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you guys remember, and if you would put it in your top 10. So once again, thank you all for watching. Thanks to all our subscribers for all your support, and I'll see you next week on the next 5-minute gameplay